Hello and welcome to my review of the LG Heat Pump powered dryer. So I got this dryer from the Home Depot Seeds program. I've been doing reviews for Home Depot for about roughly 8 years now, I believe. And this is actually one of the nicer items, I have to say. It's not going to get 5 stars though. Even as nice as it is, there are a couple small things that I feel that LG kind of missed the mark on to get that 5th star, but it definitely gets a solid 4 stars. So I'm going to go over those items pretty quickly here, and I'm actually going to start a load of laundry that finished in the LG washer that is compatible with the stacking kit. This is the 5700 model. It's the higher end that has the dual dispensers. So works well with this dryer here because they can both communicate through the app, and they both have AI to sense the load and precisely wash and dry your clothes. Not that this review is specifically about the washer, but just as a side note, that's what I used. I actually did buy the washer for this pair. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually power on the unit. What you have to do is just press the button for like 2 seconds and it'll automatically turn on. I actually configured this dryer to start with AI dry as the default mode. If you are getting this stock build without any updates done and without any settings configured, it will actually start on normal mode, which is not AI powered. So that would be my first little thing. It's not really a con, it's just a oversight. You have an AI powered dryer, you're not defaulting it out of the factory to the AI mode for drying. Kind of a like, what were you thinking there? But not a huge problem because you can configure the cycle list, and that's what I did. What I also did though was I did the updates which added more modes to this. So I've got bedding, towels, delicates, power dry. Power dry is the speed drying mode, or like turbo dry. Some other companies call it. And then you have the drum care mode. This is to basically clean out the dryer, to sanitize it, so to speak. And then you have the normal mode, which I don't plan on using very often, so it's towards the end of the list. And then you have small load and timed dry if you specifically want it to run for a specific amount of time. I'm not going to do that though. And then you also have over here dry mode. This is actually touch sensitive as well. So I can actually touch this or I believe the washer is touch sensitive. This one is not on that side. However, this part is touch sensitive. I can turn the drum light on and off from that display. I can also access signal here. I can change it on the I can change the volume setting, high, medium, or low from signal. So it shows it's on very high. If I do it again, it's to off. If I go to options, it shows remote start, control lock, cycle list edit. That's where you can change the list, what order they're in. Additional settings, Wi-Fi, etc., etc. You can go through the manual for that. And then you have wrinkle care, which basically, if you are drying your clothes and you're not going to be actively watching your clothes for when they're done drying, or you're going to work, for instance, like I go to work for about 9-10 hours of the day, and I sometimes get stuck on the highway, so you set wrinkle care mode on, no problem. Once it's done drying, ever so often it'll tumble your laundry and just run the heat just a little bit, just to keep the wrinkles from forming. So makes it easy for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up the washer, which, as I said, has clothes that just finished washing. You can see the water on the front of the door. This is going to be one of the areas where they lost a star. As you notice, the doors open in opposite directions. As it turns out, every single one of LG's machines, other than this specific dryer, opens in the same direction. This dryer is the only one that opens in that direction. So, don't know why they did that, but minor thing. But it contributes to their 1-star loss. So, I'm going to pause this video and we're going to transfer the clothes from the washer into the dryer, and then we will resume. Okay, so I've finished transferring all that from the washer, and I would do the same thing. You can technically leave both doors open when you're done emptying the drums, washer and dryer. It's beneficial because it helps to prevent moisture buildup, which helps to prevent odors. But both of these models also have a specific sanitizing mode that you can run. You can even run them remotely off of the app. I don't have to be home to run them. They don't require any chemicals to be added. They literally will use the water from the washer. It'll use the water from that supply to steam it clean, and the dryer just basically uses its heat to sanitize. So I've got the clothes in there. Nice light, keeps so you can see everything that's going on in there, which kind of helps with kids because that way I can see if they've tossed other items in with their clothes. Like I found some chapstick the other day. So obviously don't want that to go through your load. I'm going to do AI mode, and I'm going to start that. Right now it's saying that it's sensing the load, and I'm going to turn on the drum light so you can see. And so what it's going to do, you'd think it's just starting to dry the clothes right away, but it's not. What it's doing is it's actually checking to make sure that the drum is balanced so that your machine is not going to be shaking like my commercial grade machines in the basement do. If I load a full load and they're heavy and wet, this will not have that problem. The AI will actually rotate the drum in one direction, make sure it's not wobbling, and if it does wobble, it'll actually stop the drum and change the direction of rotation, and it'll keep doing that back and forth until it finally finds that it's balanced. Then what it'll do is it will actually change this to tell you how long it will take to dry. So it's saying it's going to take 2 hours to dry. That's because we did a high spin to get as much water out, and the washer was done about 2 hours ago. So it's not going to take as long to dry. But 2 hours is not bad for just regular AI mode. If you do the power mode, I will warn you, you're going to want to open the door if it's in a smaller room like my bathroom is, or especially if it's in a recessed area. This is also in a recessed area. It is literally only a few inches wider than the machines, and the height is only for this 8-foot bathroom about 1.5 feet short of the ceiling. That is without a pedestal underneath, so definitely keep the area ventilated if you do power dry, because I had my bathroom closed with the shower vent fan on. It was not enough. So what I did is I had to open up an additional window over here just to keep the room from getting too hot. It probably rose another 20 degrees higher than normal. But yeah, so that's my review. The other issue that causes it to lose a star, not obvious from this, but like I said, you can do updates to this model as well as to the washer. They both accept updates. That's why they're on Wi-Fi. The issue is that the washer that it is paired with, according to LG, it uses the same stacking kit and is supposed to be paired with it. The washer has a LG up, it's UP, in the app, and that's basically a enhanced online mode for the unit. The dryer goes back and forth for some reason between updates, saying it's up compatible and not up compatible, or maybe it's just saying that's up compatible when it has updates available, but it's not supposedly LG up enabled to actually directly communicate with the washer, according to one of the features that was on an update yesterday for the washer. So it's going to lose a star. They can work on fixing the issue. I don't generally change my ratings after the fact, unless it's a major issue, and they got really low rated and then fix the issue, in which case then I write a new review. This is not going to be one of those cases. So I will put the notation, if they correct that, on the YouTube comments. And then you can reference that from the Home Depot review here. So thank you very much for watching, and have a fantastic evening.